Over the last few weeks, we've challenged 3 schools in Britain to make a map of the area in which they live. And we've ended up with 3 very different maps of 3 very different places. We've got a map of a small village, a map of a town, and a map of a large city. Well, this week we're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to swap all the maps around, and we're going to ask the schools what they think of each other's maps. But we're going to make things really difficult for them. We're going to take off the names of the maps. But we're going to give them clues and ask them to work out where these places are. Can they do it? Let's find out. The first map is of a village in Somerset called Kenton Mandeville. We showed it to our map makers in Blackburn and in Aberdeen. What does the map tell them about the village?
Queen Street.
High Street, maybe?
High Street.
There's their school, and there's an old school.
Water. Here's water.
Train track.
Is there actually a station?
No.
The map makers have given us a lot of information about the village. They represented all the different places they decided to put in the map by symbols, simple shapes done in different colours. So that we can understand the symbols, they drew a key down one side of the map. It's a list of all the symbols with the things they represent written beside them. Some of the places are named on the map as well.
Michael's house and Tom's house.
A list of all the people's names, houses.
A square with a cross inside it is the symbol for a shop. Most of the shops are also named on the map, like this one, the Kenton Stores.
The pictures. There's a post office. Along a bit.
The bakers.
Bakers.
And 3 old castles.
There's the hairdresser. Hardware.
How many shops are there?
10. 10.
There's about 10 shops.
Yeah.
How many shops has Blackburn got?
More than
10.
10.
There might be a few more than 10, so you think this might be quite a small place then, yeah?
Yeah.
A church is shown on the map as a red square with a black cross on top. The village has 2 churches, one in Church Street and another in Queen Street.
Where's the church? Church is down there. There's a church there and there.
Another very important place in the village is the quarry. It's right next to the school, and many of the houses in the village are built from this stone. It showed up very clearly from the air.
Where's the quarry?
Well, there's an orange circle with a line through it. It must be down to this area. It must be down to this area. Yeah. There's a quarry there.
That's the quarry there. Good for you. The map also tells us a lot about the Kenton explorers' favourite places. Row Lane is a farm track leading off the high street. On either side of Row Lane there are orchards and fields. And this is where the barn owls live.
It's a waste area.
We play.
Yeah.
This patch of waste ground is a great place to play. That's if you don't mind the prickles.
Apple orchards.
What?
Pig farm.
Barn
owl. And like in the school, they've got a wild area.
The map also shows the points of the compass.
Got something to go north, south, east, and west.
I like the way they've done it in a shape of a star with the shades.
Supposing that Paul wanted to visit Michael, we can use the map to work out his best route. Heading north.
North up Queen Street, west along High Street.
I would go north up Queen Street and then along Crystal's Lane and up this path, Row Lane and along High Street.
And why is that better?
You can see the pig farm.
Yeah.
You can see the waste area. You can see the wild areas.
With Michael's school. In Blackburn, they thought that Row Lane was an ideal route for Michael to get to school. Yeah, you come down there.
And then go to Christmas Lane. Straight into school.
Straight into school. We can also work out distances in the village thanks to this scale on the map. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was worked out by measuring the distance between 2 points in the village and then measuring the distance between the same 2 points on the map. 101, 102, 135, 26, 427, 420. There's 42 in the corner. Now, if it's 42 centimetres to 428 metres, what's the scale on the map?
10 metres to 1 centimetre, roughly.
Jenna rounded off the figures to make them easier to use.
90, 100. The scale.
There's a scale, so you could actually work out some distances with that scale, couldn't you? Yeah. Okay, well, what if you were to try and work out, for example, one end of Queen Street up there to the other end of Queen Street?
30, right. Someone keep their finger there. 30. 60. 60. 70. 70 centimetres.
So that's 70 centimetres from there to there. How many metres is it?
700.
So 700 metres.
700.
Holly in Aberdeen had a slightly more hands-on approach to measuring the village from east to west.
3. 7. 8.
So
800 metres.
Right, get ready because here's the first challenge for you. There's lots of detail on the map of Kent and Mandeville, but if I wanted to find, say, Philip's house or the hardware store, there's nothing to tell me where to look on the map. I could spend ages guessing where these places might be. And what if I then wanted to tell someone else where to find Philip's house on the map? I could only say that it's kind of 3/4 of the way down on the right-hand side, which isn't really accurate enough at all. So here comes the first challenge. We want you to invent a way of pinpointing all these places. And it's got to work not just for this map, but for any map. And I'll give you a clue. There could be something that you can add to the map that would help. And now let's get back to our map makers and see if they can work out from the clues where the village is. The place I live is due south of Bristol.
Here's Bristol.
On the B3153.
Here's Bristol.
Excellent. Okay, we found Bristol. Okay, the place I live is due south of Bristol. Now, where's that bit of string? Get that bit of string. Top of Bristol. Just there, that's good. But the next part of the clue is it's due south of Bristol on the B3153. Find that.
Here. Kenton, Mandeville. Kenton, Mandeville. Yeah.
So well done, Blackburn. Their map was drawn straight onto a computer, and it too contains lots of information.
Bicknell Mosque is a big mosque. It has around 25 classes. It is a mosque and a girls' high school.
King George's Hall has a big hall and 3 little halls. It is an old building. It is made out of stone.
Corporation Park is a very special place. It is a very big place. It's like a wood with a park. It has got a greenhouse that has got all kinds of flowers inside. I like it because during the holidays we can go there and play.
How many tennis courts?
13.
The information is called up by clicking on icons on the map. This is a traffic survey.
Must be 2-wheel.
The survey was done at a busy road junction. It shows the numbers of different vehicles passing through and also the direction in which they were heading.
Everything was going to east.
What did you find out when you clicked on the traffic lights?
How many cars go through, what percent of cars are
Which way they
lorries and
normally
things.
go, and they normally seem to go east.
We've It is a swimming pool. It has one big slide and it has balloons in the water. It has 2 swimming pools. One of them is a big swimming pool and the other one is the small swimming pool by Torsif. Should we get back to that?
Yeah.
Clicking inside this square calls up an oblique photograph. It too has lots of icons on it with information about the school, the local shops, the mosques and each of the mapmakers.
My name is Razwana. I live on Snow Street. I am 9 years old. My birthday is December the 5th. I go to Oak Street Mosque. My hobbies are art and writing. I've got one brother. There are 4 people in my family. My name is Torsif. I live on Holly Street. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. My best shop is a food shop. My favourite sports are football and I like to do computer work.
Right, so what do you have in common with Tursif then?
Computer work.
Football.
Yeah.
Football. His best shop's a food shop.
Oh, we can see who's got a big appetite in the class, eh?
It's probably quite good to meet him because he's got good hobbies. He's got like the hobbies that we probably like doing.
What are these green
The
things
mosques.
This is a mosque. To go to pray. I think this place, whatever it is like maybe a very religious place.
Libas.
It means
our clothes. Atma Libas has the latest designs and is very popular. I buy my clothes from different places. I buy my headband from the market. I have got lots of headbands. I have lots of Eid clothes.
Then my grandma came from Pakistan.
She bought me some bangles and my clothes.
The yellow square in the corner is the icon for the school.
335 children. We've got
25 teachers.
How many classes are there? It seems to be a big place.
Yeah, it does.
Now, imagine you're a visitor in this town. Where would you like to go?
The waves. The waves.
Corporation Park? Waves, the swimming pool.
To the park. The swimming pool.
The park.
Park and swimming
Or the sweet shop.
Which country do you think this place is in?
England.
You reckon in England?
Yeah.
Not in Scotland?
No.
In England, okay. And you think it? What kind of place do you think it is?
A town. I don't know.
You think it's a town?
A town centre.
So what do you all think of the map?
I think it's good because of the graphics they've put in and how the bits pop out.
Okay, here's the second challenge. All the maps tell us a lot about the places they represent, but none of them shows whether the landscape is flat or hilly. And there's some very steep hills in Blackburn, as I found out when I was there. Another steep hill! I tell you, there was nothing on the map to warn me about all these steep hills in Blackburn. So your second challenge is to invent a way of showing hills on a map. You could try it out on a map of a place you know well, perhaps a map of where you live, and you should also show in which direction the hills slope. Right, back to Glashieburn. Let's see how they're getting on with their clues. There are 3 clues in the map. One of them says that if you take the 8:30 train north from Manchester, you will arrive here 58 minutes later. So look, here we go. There's the train timetable.
Wait,
30
to
Manchester, yes.
That's good.
30.
wait,
30.
No, 09, 28. 09, 28, Blackburn.
Let's double click on our town.
Yes!
Glashieburn School's map of Aberdeen was made from a satellite photograph. They then added drawings of all the most important places.
King's College Station. Railway Station. Headquarters. Airport.
They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 golf courses.
And 4 golf courses. How many houses? And a cathedral.
some of the places were easy to recognise from their pictures.
Airport, helicopter,
oil.
But some of the names were a little bit more difficult.
Onion Street, Shopping Centre, Onion Street, Union, not onions. Saints Museum, Markers, Cathedral. I reckon. Dawn. Where's that? Bridge of Dawn. There's a school.
Well, it's very different to Kent and Mandeville.
Kenton hasn't got an airport. There's a quarry. Oh yeah.
Law Quarry.
Hazelhead Park. It's got one of those. Winter Garden. They got Tesco.
And McDonald's.
Leisure Centre.
Yeah.
Harbour.
What do you reckon's happening there?
Ships loading and unloading.
Oil tanker.
They're drilling for oil.
And it seems like
There's the helicopter.
there's oil tankers and stuff coming into here, and they could be going into the harbour.
Yeah,
Must be somewhere on the English coast where there's oil rigs.
So what does this map actually tell you about the people that live there? What do they like doing?
Playing.
Yeah.
Shopping. Theatre. Entertainment. Sports. It's got a football pitch, a golf course, what do you call it?
Ice skating.
Entertainment, fun and sport.
Now, if you were to visit the city, where would you like to go?
I go here.
You go to the beach leisure centre.
Yes,
Have fun down on the beach.
Football pitch. I'd like to go to football stadium.
Football stadium.
Keen footy fan over here. Yes?
Yeah, football stadium.
And now to the final challenge. You remember we worked out distances in Kent and Mandeville from the scale on the map. Well, there isn't a scale on the map of Aberdeen. And looking at the two maps side by side, you can see quite clearly that they aren't done to the same scale at all. If they were, then Kent and Mandeville would be just this big compared to Aberdeen. The village is much smaller than the city. So, 10 centimetres on the city map must represent a much greater distance than 10 centimetres on the village map. But how much greater? Well, that's what we want you to work out. We can tell you that the distance between the mouths of the two rivers is 4 kilometres. On the map, that distance measures 27 centimetres. So your final challenge is to work out the scale of the Aberdeen map using those figures. If 27 centimetres represents 4 kilometres, then what is the scale of the map? But don't work it out just yet, because the Kenton explorers have got some rather tricky clues to work out.
This city is closer to the coast of Norway than to London. Clue 2. This city is the oil capital of Britain. Clue 3. The rivers on the map are the third clue.
Orkney.
Do you think it could be somewhere up north, do you, Paul?
Yeah.
Is that unanimous?
They had an accent. Could be there. It isn't really likely to have a city on the Shetlands, is it?
If it's near
Ah, I see. Good thinking. We talk about the rivers now.
There's River Dee. There's a River Dee.
They're too quick for me.
And the River Dawn. There's a picture of the oil thingy. Yeah. It's Aberdeen.
So what are you saying to me, everyone?
Aberdeen. Yes.
So well done to you lot. And on next week's Zig Zag, we'll be making one final visit to Kent and Mandeville with a challenge from the past that's going to make us think very hard about the future. So until then, from us here, it's goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.